folks? Welcome back to the jungle. I'm your tour guide Boone. Um, I got one here that it's really not a pet peeve of mine, but I've got some friends that they're truck drivers, and I was talking to one of them the other night, and he said, "Man, you really need to do one about people who cut off truck drivers or decide that staying in their blind spot is a great idea." So I told him I would. Um, so the friend of mine that I was speaking with was Robert Centering Holmes out of Wheeling, West Virginia. He's been a truck driver for probably as long as I've known him and longer, and I've had truck drivers in my family. Now, some of y'all just like playing suicide roulette or something with these guys. You cut them off, you stay in their blind spots, you get in front of them, and then you slow down and then want to blame it on the driver behind you. That doesn't make sense to me. You have no idea what some of these guys could be hauling in these cargo containers that they're pulling behind them. They could be empty. They could be running completely empty, and they would still squish you. They could be hauling furniture. They could be hauling birds. They could be. You never know. You might have somebody behind you that is running what some people, CBers back in the day would call a suicide jockey. Explosives. Do you really want to get hit by that? Do you really want to be responsible if you're in a driver's blind spot? And yes, there are blind spots on those trucks. No matter how many mirrors they put on them, there are blind spots on those trucks. Do you really want to be responsible for the safety of yourself and possibly the passengers you have in your car because you heard somewhere that you could get right up on the back end of a semi and you could save gas? Yeah, you can, but all it takes is one time for that driver to tap his brakes and you're going to eat him up in the rear end. And then everybody wants to blame the truck driver for that. It's not their fault. I will say that there are some bad ones out there that just don't care. They drive like they own the road. Well, if there's something that big on the road in front of you, then yeah, they kind of really do, but they don't. They have to obey the same laws and stricter laws than we do. So why not make it easier on them? Be a little more courteous to them. And you could translate that over to just driving in your local towns, on your local highways, on your local interstates. Be a little more courteous. People used to do that, you know. If they allowed you to merge in, it was courtesy to, give a little wave. Some of y'all don't do that anymore. Some of y'all will just cut somebody off, and that's where road rage comes from. That's part of where road rage comes from. Some of y'all will be on your stupid cell phones while you're following or being in front of one of these guys in the semi trucks or driving alongside one of us, and you think it's just all cute to be on your cell phone. Some states have laws against that, and you people really need to figure out how dangerous that is. I don't see why people want to do that anyway. Maybe it was just the fact that I was brought up in a family that had truck drivers in it. My dad drove a truck for a little while. My uncle, who's passed on, drove a truck for a while. I've got friends of mine that drive trucks. Like I said, a centering. Shout out to you, buddy. I've had cousins, distant cousins, that drove truck. OTR, over the road. Long haul drivers. These guys have a hard enough job as it is. Quit making it more difficult on them by doing stupid shit. But hey, you want to take your life in your hands? You want to take the chance of hurting yourself or somebody else? That's on you. But don't expect me or other people like me to feel bad for your sorry ass if you're the one who caused the accident and you're the one that was doing something stupid that caused this big 18 wheeler behind you or beside you or in front of you to just wipe you out. Yes, I feel bad for the loss of any human life. But when it's a Darwin Award reason why it happened, I got no pity for you. This is probably going to be a really short one. Well, not probably to it. It is going to be a short one. I've got a few other subjects here that I want to go over, but those are all going to be different videos. I'm just asking y'all if you know anybody or if you yourself do it, just don't do it. Don't do it. Have enough consideration for yourself and for these other drivers. Just don't do it. Don't tailgate. Don't, get in front of them and slow down. Don't get right into their blind spot areas and then just don't do it. You're playing with your life and you're playing with their life. That was a very short walk through the jungle, folks. I will see you next time. I'm Boone. We're coming out on the other side.